What's the deal, fam? Bam. Going on my morning walk. Shoot, just getting it in. Um, ah, um, how y'all doing? Shoot, just sitting over here, really preparing for what we doing this week. Um, just trying to get everything in order, get everything ready. It's trippy about everything that's occurring this week. Um, Another thing too, I just want to take time to give a shout out to Primo's Wrestling, Primo's Pro Wrestling, world's greatest wrestling versus pro wrestling. Um, Really dope when you have different feds work together to really bring people together, give opportunities, and all the good stuff, man. Um, it's this is just me just sharing my thoughts too. You know, I never really exposed like how I be feeling about certain things, but super hella excited, man. Super hella excited. Um, I I believe that everything that we got going, I think it's just blessed. Um, People we working with, amazing athletes. Shiloh, Paul, Maserati, Auntie Heidi, Sean Black, Mikey O'Shea, Wrestle Buddies, and the list could go on and on. But it's just really, really good to just thank God for today. Like you see the garbage man out here picking up garbage, you know, you know what I mean? First time taking y'all on this walk with me. Um, Shoot. One thing I love about taking walks, I can get my thoughts off. If I'm a little stressed about something, I can kind of walk it off, kind of really think things clearly. Sometimes you get so, how you say, into the rut of what you're doing, and sometimes you probably wouldn't make the best decision, you know what I mean? Just based off how you possibly feeling. That's why getting some exercise, moving around, really opens up your mind to thinking. Um, but yeah, man. So this Thursday, me and the fam taking that trip to Viva Las Vegas. Road trip, you know, a 5 hour trip. Some people say 4 hours. Speak, demon. But it's exciting. Um, it's exciting. Just to what's the deal? What's the deal? Let me see. Uh, this thing is really hard to look at on the phone. Trying to figure it out. I'm having trouble connecting. Please check your internet. No. Um, let's see. There we go. Well, y'all, I'm learning how to do this on here. But yeah, you got Maserati and Jocelyn Navarro. That's gonna be huge. Paul London being inside the Ghetto Gauntlet. The Wrestle Buddies is defending the tag team championships. against the Slick Sensations and Janae Sequa. That should be hella interesting. CTE is defending the Compton Boulevard Championship. You know, like, it's about to be pretty cool. It's about to be pretty cool. I can't lie to you guys and be like, boy, this was the plan. Nah, you know, when things line up, opportunity and preparation line up, and then there's the opportunity to really do some things. Because where we moving from, with no home, no ring, you know, uh, but we got a team. We got a team, and we make it happen. And that's more so, I feel like, a testament to the team and everybody we got around us to make some things like this happen. Um, uh, lately, I just been waking up. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta. Sorry about that. But you didn't see it though. I just been waking up with a spirit of gratefulness, thanking God every single day. Because before I even got to doing this, it's just a lot of different obstacles in life. You never think, feel like it's holding you back. And then when you keep on living, you realize a lot of those obstacles prepare you for the future. I mean, that's hard to to uh, to explain that, because when you're going through, sometimes it seems like there's just no way out. Like you just feel like no matter what you do, sometimes may feel like, dang, why it ain't working? Why it ain't working? What do I need to do? And I think one of the things that helped me was the results don't really matter. And that's something that I heard Kobe saying, even though the results do matter, obviously. But if you just give it your all, man, somebody gonna want to help. And that's how it was with me, because this thing started off as me and Cameron just trying to make something happen, to a lot of people coming in want to help. And honestly, all the help that's came in, we wouldn't have been able to be who we are if it wasn't for that help. So shout out to Roberto from No Mercy Wrestling School. You know what I mean? Roberto is our ring guy. Just feel like he like family. When I first started this thing, and when we first needed a ring, Roberto was the coolest guy. I mean, he got so many stories. Y'all know Mr. Avacito. I hope I said it right. I probably Acevedo. Cool guy. You know, he'll train you how to lift weights properly, build the ring, and then you got Rob Phoenix, you got Chino, you got a lot of guys over there that is training wrestlers up. Shout out to him, because this whole journey, Roberto been there. Mr. Acevedo. There we go. But amazing people you meet. Sean Black, I met him, I think it was 2014 at an AWS event. And it was just dope to see a black wrestler. You know what I mean? Like live in the flesh. And not that he was just black, but he had the moves. He did the dance moves that was popular. And the Juggernaut from Inglewood, I just related to it. And Sean kind of reminds me of Magic Johnson for the simple fact that he got a smile out of this world. Pause. You know, Sean is amazing. He no, he works with Ability First, where they help children that have autism and stuff like that. Um, yeah, man. Um, that's that's Sean. You got so many different people we met on this journey. Anthony Desiree, the voice of Compton Mania, a guy that anytime I get to sit down with AD, even doing food giveaways, just chopping it up, he's amazing, dog. AD is a wrestling aficionado. Like, I swear to God, he knows his shit. Like, creativity wise, he came up with the Ghetto Gauntlet. That was his contribution to Compton Mania. And AD is that guy, man. Preacher, actor, husband, father. AD, man. AD is a man. But all these different people, man. DNL. You know, I got a cousin, DNL. Some of you guys, if y'all been rocking with us in the beginning, you probably know DNL did a lot of uh, our animations that we had on Instagram and stuff like that. And honestly, DNL has been a major factor of why Compton Mania is here too, because like the business acumen of the whole thing, it was him, you know, talking to me about maybe move the camera right here. There we go. Just talking about uh, uh, what was he talking to me about? Basically he was talking to me about houses and how in the house, like, I don't know how to explain it like how he explained it. But the way how my brain picked it up was, you know, it's equity. Pull equity out of house within a year or so, and you can get a house with either the same or higher, right? So, you know, that's how you build credit or whatever. I was like, man, I could probably use that in wrestling, right? You know what I mean? Maybe, you know, just use that same um, idea of just building trust and respect with different people. And, you know, you foster better relationships. And then you guys able to create something huge. And to me, that's really beautiful and a blessing. And I don't take it for granted. I, man, so just my wife, yo, is, sheesh. That's one of the things too, like coming from a place uh, where I didn't see too much of that, you know, people being married, people staying together, um, doing things together. I seen a lot of crazy relationships growing up, you know. Um, but to be able to find my wife, and then for us to be able to do this thing together has been truly amazing. It's hard to do a lot of things if you and your partner not seeing eye to eye or seeing things differently, because two have to become one vision, you know. And that has been great, and also has been a major tool to why we still here today. You don't have those symptoms, it's over with. And then how can I forget my grandma? How many of y'all I got a grandma that's truly phenomenal. She let me start my business out the backyard. I mean, it gets no better than that. Nana tell you too. I gotta bring her on here again. Uh, she didn't know what the hell we was doing. She was like, "What the heck?" And Nana's backyard. So my grandma was just the best, dog. I ain't gonna lie, my grandma's better than your grandma. All love and respect. I'm sure all y'all got grandmas, or not everybody, but y'all got family members that y'all feel like really, really showed you love, you know, and helped you get to the next spot. But it was a lot of other people on the way too. Um, One of the first sponsors we ever had, um, um, oh dang, well, I can't think of his name. Oh man, I forget his name. But we were, this was during COVID, and I think he saw like us just doing video work because we couldn't do any shows, and he made sure we had a green screen. Um, he he hooked us up with some other stuff. He gave us some bread, and like we definitely appreciate him for that, because he definitely didn't have to do that. Um, but we've had so many people. We can go down the line. I'm not even done yet. This is, you know, we got Esperanza with Gino, um, empowered us to, when we do shows, we would give away food to the community. Uh, Also, at the time, he was connected to Can-Am Dental, so we was giving away toothbrushes, you know, cleaning supplies, so people could stay clean, and you know, all that good stuff. The Compton Advocates, shout out to Candace Leos. Um, they've been awesome. One of our first sponsors too, when we had the wrestling in the backyard. Literally, y'all, about 10 people was there, and they helped us out. I mean, we didn't have a lot of seats being filled, but they just believed in the vision. And these were people who believed in me when I feel like everything was more so of an idea and hasn't really came to fruition as far as how big it could be. But these people, Andre Spicer, um, for our second anniversary had us at the Dollar High. Man, that was huge. Um, Shout out to Andre Spicer, District 2 councilman, helped us out. Um, Sheesh. The Lily Darden was cool. We did a video with Lily. We did a video with Bowers. We got pictures with Emma, Deidre Duhart. You know, we have literally had a lot of people show us love. The Godfather, the real Alonzo, let us use a switcher when we were at the church. You know, um, imagine the guy that discovered NWA is my OG, man. Um, John from the East Side Riders, man. And the East Side Riders, they literally uh, made sure we had a ring curtain, uh, ring skirts, and on the top of the ring, the mat. Um, Shout out to him. It's been so much, man, so much. A lot of the wrestlers that came through, and shoot, Friday we having our second WrestleMania event. It's crazy. You think about the first one when WrestleMania came out here. We had our biggest show. We had people from all over the world come to Wilmington and Rosecrans. Yeah. Hey, man. Shout out to that neighborhood too over there, cause boy, you know, Compton was they showed love, man. The whole city, and to be able to do that was truly a blessing, and thank God for that in my city for being so gracious about it too. Um, but yeah, man, a lot of things you just got to keep going. Don't give up, y'all. Please don't give up. Fight, fight, man. Fight for your peace of mind. You know, if you want something, a lot of times you're gonna have to keep going, even though you don't have the resources. You know, sometimes you're gonna have to like you just need some positive energy. You know, if things around you not serving you, and if you're around too much negativity, it can stifle your creativity. I promise you. You know, a lot of people sometimes bring so much negative energy, they don't realize how that really hinders your creativity, especially if you're really trying to do something. Like, opposition is always gonna come, you know? It's always gonna be something you're gonna have to battle. And in those moments, you gotta protect your peace, you know? And just keep going. I know too, growing up, I didn't quit a lot of jobs. You know what I mean? With the mindset of, you know, I'm gonna be rich and famous one day. Fuck this. I can't deal with it no more. That is the worst thing you could do, especially without a backup plan to get another one. Because the key thing is, if you able to have a job, you got to use that job as a way to You got to use that job as a way to do what you want to do. So a lot of times, those jobs that I say I quit it was because I was making money, but I didn't understand that. Yo, what's up with it, Poe? What's the deal? Hold on. I don't know what just happened. Uh, you feel me? Walk by faith, not by sight. You feel me? Uh, uh. Oh shoot! I almost tripped trying to get this thing. There we go. So a lot of those jobs, man, I didn't understand the principle. Yo, take what you make out of this and build it to something that you can grow. You know, I didn't understand that. I thought, well, hell, I just did a show the other day. I killed it. I'm finna be famous. If only if it was that simple. But the older I got too, it wasn't about being famous. You know, you just want to produce. Whoo, I'm so ugh. Um, you just want to produce, man. You want to be known for something. You want to be known to be like, hey, when it comes down to this guy delivered this. You know, to me, that's what it's mostly about. Um, and then too, it's like be strategic. Even at a job, if you having a tough time, sometimes you gotta get with the program because you gotta ask yourself, why are you here? Why did you get this job? Do not leave the job until mission is complete. Because a lot of times, the shit become bullshit. You be like, oh, I can't stand so and so. Whoo, man. Um, oh shoot, Poe, you been commenting a lot. My bad. It's because of me doing this on this phone. It's a different setup. Let me see. How do I get rid of this? Let's see. How do I? Shoot. Okay. I don't know. Um. Yeah, I definitely got to get used to doing StreamYard on the phone. But let me see if I go like this. Does that make it easier? Yeah, that make it way easier. Okay. You feel me, Poe? The walk is good, man. Sometimes I wake up, I be like, man, I don't want to be walking. But every time I do it, my mind just, you know, like that's all you needed. But but yeah, man, just keep going after it, man. Poe, you've been doing your thing for how long now? You're still on it. For the years, Poe actually is one of our sponsors too. When we had our first uh, pay-per-view event, Poe dropped something on there. And bro, we forever grateful for you for that, man. You didn't have to, and that comes from a guy who's do interviews in hip hop and in wrestling. So the people that show love, you just gotta show it back. You gotta be there for the ones that was there for you, you know. And again, you know, your energy is so important. Everybody can't be around you because, like I said, when you creating something, it's like having a kid. You gotta raise that gift. You gotta train your mind. You gotta, and even when you get to the spot where, say, whatever your final goal is or whatever you're trying to do, you can't possess it at where you at right now. Like, there's a lot of development that needs to take place for you to be able to handle it, run it, And that's why, too, I got to the point where um, I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush. However long it takes, I'm willing to go through it because I value and you meet a lot of people. Um, and my life has been a lot more better since I started doing this. And really, since I made the deal with myself, even before I met my wife, that it's going to be purpose first, you know, purpose first. And shit, that was a hard choice to make too, you know, and I didn't always get it right neither. I made mistakes, you know. Um, um, it's a part of the game though, you know, and you just got to keep it moving. Make sure you reach out to all your loved ones. Make sure, you know, because you never know how long you got them. That's something that's crazy too, man. Life happens every single day, and you can't take for granted the moments you have. And the moments you do have, try to enjoy them. You know what I'm saying? Laugh. You know what I mean? Don't let all the stuff that's going on in the news take away from your happiness. Like, you know, it has to come from the inside. Things ain't always gonna go the way we wanted to go. Shit. Shit, a lot of times. But you know, the great ones, no matter how they changing it, they coming in with a plan. So, like my man Poe say, walk by faith, not by sight. You know, I forget what scripture it was, but I remember God told somebody, don't look at their faces. Don't look at the people's faces. Just speak. It's wild too, because in acting, rest in peace, Mr. Robert Browning, who taught us the art of the fourth wall when you're on stage, where even though you're looking out there, there's a wall. Nobody's there. Just create. If you see a kid and they playing pretend, they don't care if everybody's in the room, right? These kids, they're out here really, really, really in pretend. They put up the fourth wall. Be relentless. If you're trying to do something and somebody tells you no, do it without them. Be like water. You know what Bruce Lee say? If water goes in a cup, it becomes a cup. If water goes in a bottle, it becomes a bottle. Water can be smooth or it can crash. Be water, my friends. Bruce Lee. But yeah, man. Don't let excuses stop you. You know, it's gonna be always hard and scary in the beginning. You're always facing a dragon. Another thing too, I think there's no such thing as failure. Failure is real. It happens. Maybe you don't get the outcome that you desire to get. Do it again, you know? But this time, why didn't it come out the way you wanted to come out? Right now, guys, if you go check out, you got to join our members only. You'll see some of the shows we got, is a lot of empty seats. It's a lot of empty seats because in the beginning we didn't know how to promote all the way neither. So we had to learn. Not ashamed to show you guys our big mistakes or laugh at them and talk about how we had a couple of dud ideas. You know what I mean? But guess what? We did it, we got through it, and we just kept going, man. We just kept going. And that's all I'm saying, guys. Keep going. Nothing can stop you unless you decide to stop. I got one of my best friends, Dominic Terry, is uh, double stack. Uh, he's a coder. I got to get the language together, but he's the shit, and like in a good way. And this guy has myasthenia gravis. It's a muscle weakness type of situation, and he always dealt with uh, his body feeling weak and him coming up where sometimes he couldn't do certain things. But this dude learned how to build computers. Now he works for V1, and he's really killing it. Nothing stops him. Nothing. You know, I mean, you just got to keep putting one foot in front of the other. But you got this. Something tells me you a fighter. Something tells me you're not finna let nothing stop you. Nah, there's a warrior inside of you. Yeah. Do we feel hurt, heartbreak? Yes. Do we feel disappointed? Yes. Do sometimes we feel bad thoughts? Yes. Absolutely. But then you do the right thing anyway. You do the right thing anyway. And remember, emotions are real, and we should definitely feel them because it gives us understanding of what's happening. How can we move all those other things? But by no means do the emotion run this body. Absolutely not. Now, what's happened in the past? Shit, y'all getting a mature Deshaun. Shit. Young me. Woo! Woo! You see the grades coming in. You see, I would literally flip out. Flip out. But something about a person that even in the midst of adversity that's willing to stand up and just be on your tens when some people plotted against you. Some people may move the goalposts, cheat you, and you know what? You stand up and still smile. Because at the end of the day, they had to cheat to beat you. And guess what? That's still not a win. Because guess what? Whether you win, lose, tie, or draw, next fade right around the corner. You feel me? If you're a builder, you build no matter what. Whatever you are. If you're a coder, you code no matter what. If you're a dancer, you dance no matter what. Whatever the circumstance is, you have to be who you are authentically. And those that accept it, great. Those that don't, fuck them. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. That's it. You know, you can pray for them too, but you know, either way, however way you choose, but whatever you choose, don't stop. You might need to take a break. You might need to think. You might need to, uh, uh, whatever. Don't stop. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep that positive smile. Keep smiling through pain. People gonna think you crazy. You know, it's just because you know that in whatever circumstance, number one, God got you. Number two, what else you gonna do? If you said you wanted to do this, and if it was a purpose, if your why isn't strong enough, then you probably gonna quit. You gotta have a why. Why did I want to start the wrestling thing? Two reasons. One, I thought it'd be cool if I got a job with WWE. That probably wasn't gonna happen. Who the hell is he? I didn't know where to go, you know. Two, I felt like it challenged me to be like, you know what? I need to start talking to my neighbors again, because when I was younger, the neighborhood that we stay on, my great grandma, Mama Jenny, knew everybody on the block. So because she did, we didn't have to, because everybody knew Mama Jenny. So it was a different community growing up. Now I have to be that guy now, you know? I have to talk to my neighbors. And I'm talking about my neighbors in Compton, you know? So that was that. And then I thought, hey, I think this would be good for the city if we had wrestling in Compton. I think that could help change the narrative about Compton. Compton makes the news a lot. Sorry, guys. For a lot of negative stuff. Um, what's up with it, Ant? What's up? You said since 2008, my man been doing. See, I'm barely looking at these new comments. I'm sorry. It's because of this phone. I'm learning though. Man, proud of you, Ant, man. But um, where I was at. Uh, I wanted to change the image of Compton. Like, yo, we got some real cool people here. And I heard the city at the time talking about one Compton, meaning no matter your race, creed, whatever, one Compton, one city, one voice. Of course, people gonna have different opinions on things, you know what I mean? But it's a lot of amazing people. Did you know that people in Compton, they're in the music industry, wrestling industry, they're in politics, dominated tennis, um, um, a lot more. You got Rizza Islam, you got so many different prominent people that come out of Compton that are huge positive figures in the community, and they don't get highlighted enough. Like, all they talk about is the negativity. And what's up, Big Bug Jr.? Man, I appreciate you too, fam. Appreciate you too. A lot of people that do that stuff, you know. So we on the last lap, y'all. Look, we we already did 3 laps already. But yeah, man, and the whole thing was to get the city together. And at that time, y'all know the George Floyd thing was happening. We had a unity walk in Compton, and I got a chance to meet a lot of people in the city that's about change. And it's not just regular people, it's people that have different backgrounds. Some people had a trouble I just got an earthquake was detected. I didn't feel it. Did y'all feel it? Did y'all feel that earthquake just now? Um, but we have a lot of prominent people. Some people had probably different, grew up a little different, made a couple of mistakes, uh, and then turned around and started being a huge positive force for the city. And and so that shows you too. Oh, you just felt it? Pause. How big was it? What you felt? Did you feel like it was a 4.0, a 6.0? Because I ain't feel it. But both my phones going off though. um, uh, what else? What else? What else? So, yeah, man. So you got a lot of people that made some changes and now they're a part of making a change in Compton. And so I just kind of started talking to those people, leaning in with them to see what they got going on. You know, Veronica in Compton, she does a wellness situation where, you know, he said I felt the aftershock of it. Oh, okay. Earthquakes is crazy. Do y'all remember the Northridge quakes? Or y'all too young for the North? That shit felt like the end of the world, boy. Whew. I thought for sure it was over. But yeah, man. But that's my why. That's basically what I'm saying. That was my why. And when you get caught up in the why, it becomes like, hey, let's do community events, even though we're not getting paid. Yeah, you know what I mean? Let's do community events because, first of all, with us too, we have to build our own audience, right? You have a wrestling audience that usually go to a lot of shows that they used to because of what they seen. So for us, we had to, hey, let's tap into Compton, you know, which some people will probably say that's foolish. You should go to the markets that's already thriving. But it was like, okay, it takes longer to build, and everyone else, they love wrestling. They'll eventually come, you know, they'll eventually come. But to build your own audience take a little longer. Let's see. Okay. He says, what can I do to be more involved with Compton Mania? Um, well, I'll ask you this. Uh, Big Bug, what are you good at? You know, what is your what could you help us with? What do you see that you can help us with us? We have different ways you say be involved, which means different ways. We working on a street team, so when we have a show, we could just pull up and canvas the area and different places because nothing beats face-to-face fundraising. Nothing. I mean that, and that's what messed us up earlier too because uh, what's up with it? Drama Bond? What's the deal with you? Uh, that's what messed us up in the beginning because we were depending so much on social media marketing, which I'm pretty sure some people saw it. But again, when you walk up to somebody and say, hey, how's it going? My name is so and so. This is what we got. You get more of a conversion rate, but you also get some doors closed in your face. You also get people be like, oh, fuck that shit. I don't want to see that shit. You know? But I don't take it personal though, because before I went to my first independent wrestling show, I thought indie wrestling was trash. Not because I seen indie wrestling, you know, I only thought that because I was a mark. I didn't know the business like that. I was a WWE fan. And if it wasn't WWE or WCW at that time, I thought it was bootleg wrestling. So there's a lot of people who have that same sentiment. But one thing that Compton Mania has been able to do, we've been able to convert a couple of those people. And the way how you able to do that is because I speak the language. You know what I mean? I know what you mean, brother. You know? But when you get into it, you learn these wrestlers are literally sacrificing their bodies, bro. It's not guaranteed that a wrestler is going to make it out of a match okay. You know? That's the tough side of this. And so many different things can happen in the ring, which is why safety is always number one. Because what would you do if you have to tell somebody's wife or their kids that their daddy may not walk again, or their mother, or worse, they die? That happens. That's why training is so important. It's so essential. Because what good is it if our heroes don't make it out of the match? You know? So all those different things matter. And one thing I've learned is just because a person is independent does not mean that they don't put in a lot of work. You know, sometimes, probably a lot of the times, the indies have to put in more because they have to be seen. You know, they might have to do, imagine some people doing 4, 5, 6 matches in a week. Your body only got a certain amount of bumps it can take, you know. But Big Bug, another way you can be involved, shoot, join our members only. I'm going all over the place, huh? I thought you was gonna give me another what you was good at. But join members only. Our members only is going to act as a community. And so $3.99 for just to get in, $9.99. You know, I got a Discord, got to get that together. But I want to create a Compton Mania community. Say if Big Bug, say if you wanted uh, 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 a certain wrestler to be on the show. By you being in members only, we're going to try to get him. Because shoot, $10.99 a month, $3.99 a month, you got skin in the game. And what that does too, it helps us to be able to put on more shows. Last year we were able to do 8. This year, none so far because, again, we don't have a building. We don't have a ring. It doesn't make sense for us to have a ring and not have storage. So, you know, it's better to rent it. Because then, too, if the ring breaks, who gonna fix it? Now we got to go find somebody to go fix the ring, which is gonna cost us more money. So basically, we plan from where we at. And a lot of the shows that we got coming up, we got like at least 4 tentative dates, but it's a funding situation where we're going through different organizations. So that takes a little time and it makes us a little slow out the pocket for promotions because before we start booking everybody, we want to make sure we got the chili for everybody. You feel what I'm saying? Because business first, you know, because when you have a great show and you got wrestlers happy, you got fans happy, you got the team happy, it just means we trying to do more. That's all. So where we at right now, that's where we at with it, honestly. Um, and I feel good about it right now, you know. And we just gonna keep pushing because to be honest, last year was such a blessing because we had 4 Gym Work Fest, which Gym Works took care of. We had 2 Park After Darks, which Parks After Dark took care of. We had the Eastside Riders, which of course the Eastside Riders took care of. And the only show that came out of our pocket was the Turkey Tussle, which should be dropping either today or tomorrow. But you can only see on members only. Members only tonight. but yeah, man. That's been like the whole little story of what we've been doing. And shoot, yeah. Just keep on going, guys. Keep on going. What y'all got going on? I talk a lot. What y'all got? Thank y'all for going on this walk with me too, man. Appreciate y'all. Tonight, we're going to have Monday Night Compton Mania with me and AD. On Tuesday, we're going to have Talking Tuesdays. I think it's going to be me, Marv. Shoot, Anthony, if you down, pull up. DNL. Of course, we got some funny videos for y'all that we're going to laugh and joke about. And yeah, let's see. I'm excited, bro. Compton Mania is changing lives, man. I appreciate that. We're trying, man. You just want to give people another option. That's all. You know, if let's use emotions, right? Say if something happened, you hot, let's say you want to give somebody them bing, pow, boom, bing boppers, right? That is a choice. You can definitely give somebody some bing boppers, but there, that don't always end well. It's not always the best thing to do. It's probably never the best thing to do. But if somebody gave you another option, it's another choice. And it's up to the person still to make the right choice. That's why, too, with different situations that happen, no matter how you feel about the situation, it's about, damn, is there another choice? When people feel like they don't have a choice, kind of changes the trajectory of what they could do. So I appreciate that, Big Bug, but that's all it is, just a choice. My grandma used to tell me, she'd tell me a lot of shit, but life is all about making choices. And you can make a choice that could set you up for the future, or you can make a choice that can really hurt you. So just make sure whatever choices we make to think it through. Take your time with making decisions. Don't let nobody rush you into nothing. And just lead with love, man. Lead with love, bro. Trust me, people are going to fire you up and make you mad. And you're going to want to go ape shit. But I promise you, you get more when you just focus on the love. It's hard, though. I'll be lying if I say it's easy. I spent a lot of nights sometimes just crying myself to sleep because different things happen and you feel like you probably was a punk because you didn't like go out there and act ignorant because you feel the pressure even when there ain't no pressure, just based off of how you grew up. And that's why it's good to talk to somebody that's outside of how you grew up, because you're able to get a different voice from somebody that didn't come from the trenches you came from. But although you stay true to who you are, you know, man, all love, fam. You stay true to who you are, but never let somebody trick you out your bag. And yeah, y'all got this though. I promise you, you got this. And on top of that, y'all up in here every time y'all come in, y'all like my family on the real talk. For real. Like shit, we can talk on here. You going through something, because I done been through a lot of shit, you know. But yeah, guys, thank y'all for joining me on my walk. And should I do this more often? I'd be kind of like, man, ain't nobody trying to see you walk. But I saw Lil Russell doing this, so shout out to Lil Russell, how he be having this walk. I'm like, dang, I wonder if people would like to. But man, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all help me get my thoughts off. Big Bug Jr., shout out to you. Drama Bond, shout out to you. Anthony, shout out to you. Big Poe, shout out to you. Who else am I missing? And if I didn't see your situation, it just didn't show up in here. But shout out to you too. We'll do this again. Let me know if y'all would like to see this again. Like, subscribe, share, hit the dingly thing at the top. Let me know too. Y'all tell me, when y'all getting your walk on, what are some of the things that y'all think about? You know what I mean? I'm listening to y'all. You want to give me some advice? Put it in the chat. Check out our members only. All love and respect. Woozy.
This is Mr. Piss Off, the 5